So why the Rand Club? Well, if you take a look around, you can see it's a building of some significance. The Rand Club has been in existence in one format or another since the 1890s. It's a place of history, but it's also a place that's creating new history as it's been embracing a new South Africa. I mean, if you look up at that beautiful ceiling up there.
That's new South Africa.
I mean,
Mandela.
David
Tlale.
Yes.
And you know the Mandela sign for freedom.
Yes.
May your choices reflect your hope and not your
I didn't see that.
fears.
Oh, my choice. Yeah, that's great.
This place has been a haven for world leaders, politicians, presidents, chiefs, and royalty. When the Queen came to South Africa, this is where she stayed.
Really? Queen Elizabeth?
Yes. There's a lovely portrait of her on the wall behind you.
Oh, wow, that's when she was younger.
And because it's a place that's fit for royalty, what better place to tell Princess Amina's story?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna
Is that
find out
why
about
we're
her.
here?
So let's talk a little bit about how we got here. Researching family history in South Africa is challenging. There's no records, or there's very limited records, particularly if you're looking for Black South Africans, and this is where DNA comes in. Without DNA, without you two taking a DNA test, we really wouldn't be able to tell any of this story. So we have a process that we've used. We start off with the DNA.
I'm so nervous.
I mean, I'm so excited.
I feel like I'm gonna cry for nothing.
Yeah, me too, me too.
My heart is here.
And the slower you are, I was like, hurry up, tell us. Say it.
Oh, man. Okay, sorry.
So we start with DNA. The DNA leads us to people. The people lead us to places, and the places lead us to objects. And through this process, we're able to circumvent the lack of history, the lack of written records, and recreate and reclaim these stories. And that's what we've been able to do.
That reclaiming is so important. When you've been told years and years and every day you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you don't deserve the dignity, the respect, that reclaiming back is a powerful moment.
Yeah.
And it's a thing that a lot of Black people have, a lot of South Africans have, walking around with that loss of identity.
I think there's a lot of history documentation. There's
not
a lot,
ours.
but not ours.
Not our history.
Like, we learned a lot in history, never about us.
Our history, never
about our wars, never about that stuff was just not in the textbooks in school.
If you don't see yourself in that moment, you don't see your history, you don't see anything that resembles you, there is that sense of loss of identity, loss of self.
So Amina was born on the 14th of April in 1906.
I could break this table. I'm so
Don't break the
excited.
table.
No, I won't.
I don't need you
oh my
arrested
gosh,
here.
honestly, I'm so excited.
And she was born in a place called Hammanskraal. So do you know where that is?
Yes,
our
our
dad
dad.
worked there all his life.
Stop it.
So it's about 100 kilometres north of Joburg. She was the daughter of a chief, which is why she was a princess. And so she would have led a life of some relative privilege. Now, I'm not suggesting for a minute that she was the same as a princess in Europe, but her life would have been different from the lives of other people because she was royalty.
Yeah.
But I think she was cut from a slightly different cloth. Now, try and imagine what this is like. You've grown up always knowing that, you probably had to follow protocol and somebody else would decide these big things in your life. But, a handsome man in the village catches your eye, you fall in love, and you have this choice to make. Do I honour my family, my obligations,
My duty.
my duty, or do I follow my heart? We know what she did.
Follow heart, always follow
She followed her heart. And she married a man called Reuben sometime in the 1920s. So she's given everything up.
Oh, so she had to give everything up to be married to him?
Yes. This created a separation of the family. If you like, the family tree was broken.
Yeah.
That branch kind of fell off. It wasn't worth it. She gave up so much, but she had a happy life. Now, would you like to see a picture of her?
Yes.
Yes, oh my God.
Is that a question? Do you expect us to say no?
Oh my word, you have pictures?